2, 1. Welcome back to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. It's your boy Black Adam. I'm glad you guys tuned back into the show. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Look, we've been hot for a couple of days, man. We've been hot for a couple of months. We going. Like I think we're just surpassing all expectations that we did of the year, of last year. And it's not me, it's you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for subscribing, man. Continue to tell a friend what we got going on. Thank you. I appreciate it. Much love to my sponsor, 605 Adult Beverages, called Audio MedPro Supply. Guys, if you have sleep apnea, if you know somebody that needs a CPAP machine, make sure you call my people over there at Medical Pro Supply. They're going to hook you up. Tell them you saw this on a Culturally Distinct Podcast. They're going to give you a discount. Hey, look, they're going to make your life much better. If you had any accidents at work, had an accident at home, had an accident on your job, had a car accident, call Audio. Literally, that's a business. Call Audio. She's going to hook you up. She's going to get you right. She's going to make sure that you get compensated for all your injuries and everything. Much love to Audio. Also, it's summertime now. I'm sorry, it's spring. It's springtime, and it's time for daiquiris. We call them daiquiris in Louisiana, so Texas is now adapting that term, daiquiri. They was calling it a frozen beverage. But 605 Adult Beverages is something that you can mix in a summer beverage. Make sure you guys go out there and get some 605 Adult Beverages. By the way, disclaimer, it's a marijuana-infused alcoholic beverage. So it's black-owned. So, guys, if you like the two, together, you don't have to worry about holding two hands. It'll mix. So make sure you guys go pick that up. So, guys, as you know, I always represent Southern. Last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whenever that was, I did a tribute to Southern University, basically saying, the systems, the only HBCU has 5 systems. It's in Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Shreveport. It's a law center. It's an agriculture center. All these things, this HBCU produces so much stuff and so many people that come out of it. And this individual that you have on the show, she's no stranger, one, to the camera. That's one. And 2, she was a product of Southern University from a baby all the way to an adult. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We was having a conversation off air. You never grow out of what you came out of, right? Mm-hmm. And when y'all see this person on the screen, I'm like, oh, that's my girl. That's my line sister. Oh, my God. She went to school with me. Yes. Oh, I know her family. Mm-hmm. Oh, I brought some of her skincare product. Hey, you see that? Yeah. So, guys, look, I like everybody to welcome to the show, Miss Destiny B Sadler. Hey. Hey. Destiny, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Welcome back to Houston.
No, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, what the traffic do? How the traffic is?
Listen, I forgot what time you leave. It doesn't matter what time you leave, honestly, because there's going to be traffic everywhere, especially if you go from one side to the other side.
Yeah, I know. You go one side, the other side.
It's a good hour.
It's absolutely. And it might be maybe 10 miles.
That part, it's not that far, but it's going to take you a good hour.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So I'm glad you came to the show. I know it's a lot of things that we're going to talk about today. But I want to get started with the foundation. You know what I'm saying? You have the shirt on, I have the hat on. As you got, well, you can't see it, but, I have the hat on, know. But so the foundation. Southern University. How did your life get started at Southern University?
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
Loaded, yes.
Sheesh. So my whole entire family went to Southern.
Okay.
And so, my parents met at Southern, but, aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody was at Southern.
Oh, wow.
So, as a baby, and I always talk about this, is when I remember, song, I'm so glad I went to. I remember as a baby or as a child, looking up and, seeing my parents and family singing that, I'm going to go to that school one day.
Wow.
I didn't even apply to any other institution. I was
really?
Southern, yeah. From middle school, I'm going to do education, and I'm going to Southern.
Wow, yeah. Damn. So you was groomed. So you was groomed in it.
Yeah, I didn't apply anywhere else. I knew I was going there. I was excited to go. No one forced me.
Wow.
It was in me to go.
Wow. Damn, I have a different story. My story is different. I didn't even know I was going to Southern, because I was an athlete all my life. Mm-hmm. I thought I was going, of course, to a white school.
Ah.
No, at last minute.
Really?
I signed to a white school and everything. So it's like last minute. I'm talking about
Oh,
like summer school.
yeah.
I went to Southern.
Huh.
And that's high school. You have a love of your
Yes,
life. And
yes,
it's like
yes.
just stay close to home.
Yeah.
So I went to Southern, and I'm like, wow, what is this?
Oh, listen. Because but I grew up in Houston, so
Right. Okay.
Like, I went to like very diverse schools. I went to Lamar. I went to Welch, so it was always diverse, but not majority black.
So you passed up all these schools. You passed up TSU. You passed up PV.
I was going. I would go to TSU to go for Southern. Like I was at the games with my dad. Every game, even in tornadoes. If he was staying there watching the game,
Yeah,
I was there. In the rain, sleet, snow,
wow.
all the things, I'm watching the game.
It's something, it's funny how Southern alumni are like die hard like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of alumni from a lot of places, and Southern, they're like almost like borderline.
Obsessed.
Yes.
And I am.
Yeah.
I don't care. I am obsessed.
I'm like, what is it? What is that thing that we like experienced at Southern to make us like die hard obsessed with Southern?
I don't know, but you know how some people are like die hard, whatever professional team, like I could care less if Southern is winning or losing. Like I'm going to the game.
Right.
But like that's how I feel about Southern, and especially being in Montgomery, they're like you either got to go for Alabama or Auburn. I was like, I'm always like, go Jags.
Yeah.
And they're like, who's that? I'm like, Southern University in Baton
Right.
Rouge. Like, there's no other school that I could care. I don't care what the record is. I'm cheering hard and going to the game.
That's good.
All the things.
I like that. So I want to fast forward. I know I seen you on live a couple of times, and this is a fun podcast, okay? This is fun.
Okay.
So sometimes, we get emotional, but I know sometimes you on camera and you're like, I won't use the word naked. Not naked in terms of clothing, but naked in terms of vulnerability.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? So what made you start opening up and being live on the camera like that?
Ooh. Well, initially it was when I started Lime Life, when I started selling the skincare and makeup.
Yeah.
Because at first I was very self-conscious about how I looked, how I appeared, how I looked in pictures, like all that stuff. So, like, it was a point, too, where, like, I would see somebody go live and would duck behind because I did not want to be on camera anywhere. And so once I started realizing how many people I was helping, when I started going live, not only other people but myself, because it takes a lot. I don't care if it's a podcast or if you're online. Like, it takes a level of vulnerability for you to show up, period.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have a big backing as far as someone paying you. Like, you're really doing it out of the love for what you do.
Right.
So that was really, like, what got me into it. And then as I continue to grow and as myself personally and everybody else, then, yeah, just kind of.
So I want to ask you about, now, I guess you're talking about colorism, right?
No, not colorism, just me in general. Like,
really?
Not seeing myself on camera. Like, I've always been, like, super self-conscious about what I look
really?
like. Oh, absolutely.
What you mean, like, in what way, like?
Oh, just, like, my smile or how I talk or the way this looks. Like, I used to be very, like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah.
Why?
Just always been like
So,
that.
you know what I noticed? That a lot of pretty women that's extremely pretty, they all like, I am not pretty. Stop telling me I'm pretty. I'm not pretty. I'm like, your face is symmetric. You have no blemishes on your face. You are a pretty woman. A lot of people like go to the doctor to get your skin tone, get your skin complexion, the smoothness of your skin, your symmetry. And a lot of people do plastic surgery so everything gets symmetric. And a lot of pretty women that I've known, they be like, no, I just need this done. If I could just do this. Why is that?
Oh, that's a lot of, I think it's a lot of self-work. I feel like for me, like at this point, I could care less.
Okay.
But at the beginning, it was something that you just have to sit with yourself a lot. Because it's hard to look at yourself on camera. If you talk to people, like you don't want to hear yourself talk, you don't like the way you look, like, I don't know. But
you know, it's funny. I had somebody on here last week, and she was gorgeous. And I showed her the re-recording of herself. She just paused and just sat there for like 5 minutes. I was like, you okay? She's like, I don't like it. Because she wasn't used to seeing herself on camera.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
it's hard to see yourself. I mean, if you really are honest, it's hard to see yourself on camera. Now, like I said, now I could, not that I could care less. Like, I still care about it. But it's almost if I see something I don't like, I'm like, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's who is it going to serve? And at that point, it's off of me at that.
Yeah, because I think that's important, and I brought that up for a reason. I think that's important because in terms of the vulnerability side of it, we as individuals, we have flaws,
Absolutely.
insecurities, we have doubts, concerns about ourselves. But I learned this when I used to train for the federal government. I used to train them, and half of the time, not even half the time, but a portion of the time, it was information I had no idea what I was talking about. But people was engaged, and I learned. I was like, hold up, they believe me as long as I'm confident in addressing what I'm addressing. They like, that's the same thing in life. I guess you exude confidence. People gonna like, oh my God, because people adapt to that.
And people assume because you are in front of the camera that you are super confident.
Yes.
And 9 times out of 10, it's not the case.
Yeah.
At all. Like, you really are doing the work on yourself.
Yeah.
To see yourself, really.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
What?
Nah, because like for instance, like for me, I can talk about me.
Okay.
I did this. I'm doing this because I know it was given to me. It wasn't something I wanted to do just because I wanted an audience. Like this was like a vision or a dream that I didn't even ask nothing about. I knew nothing about it. And if you follow me from the very beginning, it was like rough. I was like the Chinese movies. You know how you be talking and you talking, but my mouth is saying something else.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy. The video was distorted. It was crazy. But yeah, I guess I don't know. It's different for me, but I get what you're saying.
But I feel like because you just said it was bigger than you.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately we're all given gifts and talents, and like you recognize yours that you could persuade or influence without really knowing the information, but it was what you exuded. And I feel like God ultimately gives everyone that in whatever capacity it is. Sometimes it's going to reach the masses, like a lot of people, and sometimes it's just your home. It just depends on what it is.
So what made you start a skincare line?
Ooh, well, I partnered with a business, and it really was just to see, like, I've always been into skincare. I wanted to actually start my own skincare line, and looked into it, and it was like maybe $20,000-$30,000 to do one product to the caliber that I wanted.
$30,000 for what?
Yeah, for like the chemist and like the production of it and all that stuff.
Oh, you was actually making the
literally,
product.
yeah. Like I was looking at all that just because
okay.
I love skincare. Like even at Southern, I worked at Clinique. Like I've always loved skincare and makeup. And so when I did that, I was like, not right now. I'm not gonna say it will never happen, but I'm just like, right now, I'm not gonna do that. And then it kind of fell in my lap. I saw a girl online, and I was like, let me see where this goes. And here we are, almost 9 years later.
Really, it's been that long. Really?
9 years, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. And how many kids you have?
3.
3? So, well, I didn't know it was that long. Wow, really?
My youngest was 8 when I first. Well, he was a baby. He's 8 now, but.
So how was that journey? Like, how was that journey doing, like, starting a skincare line, even though the oldest one wasn't born yet, but he was about to be.
Yeah.
How is that managing kids, being a mother, and at the time being a wife?
Yeah.
And then business owner with a skincare line, like.
Yeah.
Like
they were in everything. So Daniel, my youngest, was called the assistant, and everybody knew him as the assistant. But he was like always with me.
Okay.
And I think it was a hunger for something different. Like I was staying at home at that time, and so I was just like, I don't know if this is what I want to do for like the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And so I did educational consulting too, but again, that took me away from the house.
Okay.
And it wasn't bringing in any money, so it wasn't viewed as productive.
Okay.
So I had to figure out something else. And so that's when Lime Life came a part of it. And I was able to do it from home between my kids, whatever activities they had to do. Like it didn't disrupt the schedule at all. So
that's good. That's good. So now I want to fast forward a little bit. I want to go back to your Southern journey.
Oh.
So when you was at Southern.
Why are you laughing? That's a little scary.
Because, we all have stories at Southern. We have those, undergrad stories.
Yes.
We have the homecoming stories.
Yes,
we have, we have friend stories, just random nights at Southern, And then, you cross Delta, all those, them crazy girls.
Excuse me?
I'm saying they're my girls. I love them. You know what I'm saying? But no, I want to go back to the Southern days. So when you was at Southern, did you or were you ready for the real world? Because I ask people that all the time. Like you was coming up, say you was in your senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Were you ready to say, I'm ready to leave Southern?
No, not at all. But like I literally crossed and like graduated that next month.
Wow.
And was in Atlanta. So I found a job and a place to stay in Atlanta in 4 days. Because my parents were like, if you don't have a job lined up, you're coming back to Houston. And I was like, I'm not coming back to Houston.
Why not?
At that time, I just did not want to come back
Houston
home.
wasn't popping like that.
It wasn't. And I really wish I would have came back because I could have stacked some money and then moved away.
True.
But it was really like, I tell everybody, like, I became a woman in Atlanta because I didn't know anybody. My parents were real big at Southern, so everybody knew me as, you know, such and such's daughter, Dennis Brown's daughter, Barbara's daughter. So, like, in Atlanta, I found myself. But leaving Southern, I was not. It was so fast to me. If I think back to it, it was really, really fast. I graduated in Atlanta.
So I'm saying, you just left.
I got, yeah.
As soon as you graduated, you just gone.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You was what, 23?
22.
Oh, you still a baby.
Yeah. I mean, literally found a job and a place to stay in 4 days in Atlanta. So I became a teacher.
Wow.
And I was out because, like I said, they gave me that ultimatum. Like, either you find something or you come back home. And I was determined not to come back home.
But you know what's like kind of like peculiar about that? I look at like parents now, us as parents and our parents, like they was kicking us out the house.
They sure were.
Right?
Yeah.
Our parents be like, I mean, we was like, no, y'all stand in the house, y'all gonna stack some bread, then go about your business. You know what I'm saying? Even though you getting on my nerves, but stack your bread.
Yeah.
But it's funny how the times has changed in terms of how black people raise their kids. Because we always thought 18 and you're gone, or 21 you're gone. And we wondered about our counterparts, you know, the other ones, they was staying in the house until they were like 26. But they have, you know, all this stuff paid off.
Exactly.
And when they move out, they're debt free.
And well, the thing, I mean, I'm grateful that my parents were able, like, I didn't have any undergraduate, like, loans or anything like that. Like, they paid for it. So I was thankful for that. So it really was like a clean slate coming out. But I just, for some reason, like, I just wanted that taste of
that freedom.
To get out on my own.
That's that Southern. See, that's what that was.
That was Southern grooming.
That's that Southern. See, all those parties, those
ooh, all the parties.
Those Delta parties, those Omega parties.
I had a great time at Southern, man.
It was a great time.
Southern was a beautiful time.
It was.
It was.
I can't reminisce about that. Cause
I agree. Me neither, but not on camera.
Right. So I wanna fast forward too about this because you mentioned this a couple of times and I want to talk about it. So people don't know that your dad is the late Dennis Brown, right? Dennis S. Brown.
Yeah.
So Mr. Brown, he was the Alumni Federation president, right? For years.
Yeah, I feel like it was a while. It was there. He was the Houston chapter alumni president first, and then the national president. So a lot of people knew who he was, especially if you was involved at Southern, in the know. I learned to know your father later on in life in Houston. When I moved to Houston 15 years ago, I met him. Well, actually, it was before that. That's when I was working at Southern. I met your dad. Oh.
This was 2008, I want to say.
Okay.
8. Yeah. So, how was that having parents that was involved so heavy at Southern and their daughter? Because it's like I feel like parents be having their kids under a microscope and you can't go nowhere.
Nah, like my parents were just completely different. Like my dad in particular was just like, not that he could care less, but like I talked to him about everything. So there was nothing that would be like, oh no, don't talk to me about that. Like he wanted to know it all. So and I felt comfortable talking to him about it. So I used to hate to be like, I'm Dennis Brown's daughter. I'm Dennis Brown. And they'd be like, oh, you're that. They get excited.
Oh, you're dropping names.
Oh, absolutely. Especially in what is it?
Financial aid line?
Yes, all that stuff.
Yes.
Anytime you go in a building or you need, like I need a transcript or whatever, I was dropping a name. I used to hate it until I got older. I'm like, all I got to do is say I'm his daughter and then I can get this. Perfect.
See, this what goes on. See, look, guys, look. If you never went to an HBCU, this what goes on.
No, but you already know.
See, when you have somebody that's affiliated with the university or a kinsman of the university or just somebody that's a known figure on the university, you drop their name.
You're good.
You get your billing statement.
Yes.
You don't have to wait in that long-ass line. See, I'm mad at you right now.
Because, listen, you already know it'll be 2-3 hours or you won't get a response.
2 or 3 days.
That part, too. Anything.
And back in the day, we had to go to the, was it a Mini Dome?
It was the Mini Dome.
And wait them long lines, and the system shut down every 2 hours,
Yep. All
over
that.
capacity. And, even playing sports, I'm like, we have to wait in line. I'm like, Coach, why we wait in line? And we got practice at 3 o'clock.
I play a sport.
I'm like, man, this is crazy. But anyway, yeah. So I always thought that like persons like yourself would be under a microscope, especially from faculty that knew your dad. It's like, oh, that's Dennis Brown's daughter right there.
Yeah.
So so you was free.
I didn't really. I mean, I wasn't doing anything that was just outrageously crazy. I was being a kid, and they knew that. Like, they never held me to a standard to not be who I am. So
Yeah.
They've always been.
You know what I always thought? Not always thought, but this is like probably my sophomore year. I think I met you probably my sophomore year. I thought you was super mean.
Really?
What?
I
thought
think a lot of people think
you
that.
were like, you wasn't mean, but I thought you was like mean, like, cause you was like, you always had a straight face, like.
Well, people now when they see me online, they're like, "Is that really how you?" They like text my friends like, "Is that really how she is?" And like, she's always been that way. Y'all are just getting a glimpse, because that's still not my full personality online. Like, they're just like, that's a glimpse of who she is.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're like a spritey person.
All the time. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you was like get out my face.
No,
Leave me alone.
I love to have a good time. I love life. I love all the things. So yeah.
That's good. So let me ask you this about Houston. Then and now.
Then and now.
Then and now.
Okay.
So then, what went on in Houston when you was like in high school coming up, and now?
Oh gosh, all the teen clubs. But like this new Houston, I have no idea what it is. Like when I come home and like all these places that are like on TikTok,
Yeah.
the Sunday Fun Day, like that was nothing when I was here. And so like now I don't even know. I go to my same. I love Urban Social. I love the.
You like Urban?
Yeah, I love.
Shout out to Ashley.
The red wagon. I still love my Papados. Like I like our spots, but like all of these newer up and coming TikTok, I'm like I have no idea what that is.
Really?
Yeah, like this new Houston is completely different from what I grew up in. Like we would go to the Galleria in like shorts, like right after practice. Like it was almost like a
Galleria.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, we would go there all the time like it was nothing, and like people go dressed up to go there and all that stuff now. Like no.
That traffic is insane.
Oh yeah, I don't
Going
know.
to the Galleria.
Yeah.
So last week, well, when this comes out, last month was the rodeo.
Yeah. Oh gosh, the traffic for that alone coming in.
The people.
Oh, I heard.
Not the traffic, the people.
I heard. I have not experienced. We're going on Friday, but it'll be during the day. So.
It was. Now I've been to the rodeo multiple times, right? And going to the rodeo, it was always I thought a family event. Even on the Black Heritage Day, it's always a family event. You bring your kids. You have the young ones. You go to the concert. You get some. What is that? The onion bloom and
all good
the chicken
food.
wing. Not chicken wing, but the turkey wing and all that.
Turkey legs, yeah.
Turkey leg.
Yeah.
And Mama Tina's gumbo. I'm like, what is it?
Yeah. Did you try it?
No, I didn't get none. I didn't get none. Shout out to Mama Tina, but I heard some things about it. But I'm not gonna sit on here. I support all my black artists, black business owners. But no. So last month at the rodeo, it was first of all the booty cheeks that was hanging out.
But you're used to that.
No.
You are.
Nah.
You've been to homecoming.
Well, that's different.
How is that different?
Well, no, hold up. So at homecoming, it wasn't always like that.
It was not always like that, but I say the past 2 or 3 years, I've been like, whoa. So that was not when I heard. I was like, well, that's what it is like at homecoming.
But that's different. And then homecoming is homecoming. And Southern homecoming is different. You might see something of everything.
HBCU's homecoming looks just like that.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
I wasn't so used to seeing so many booty cheeks hanging out. Like there wasn't like the shorts didn't come down to the cheek. The cheeks was out.
Yeah,
I
heard.
Out. Right. So I'm like, I even seen a couple of girls had chaps, like horse chaps, but underneath it had thongs.
Oh.
So ass was out.
Okay.
So I'm like, baby, you gotta sit down somewhere. Where you gonna sit? Where you gonna sit?
They don't care.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like that right there was a turn off, and that's why I guess they had to do
I heard a dress code. Or something
a dress
like
code now. But that's I don't know. It's weird. And then for the last 2 years, Houston has been a popping spot for spring breakers.
We'd have no water here. You cannot walk anywhere.
No, you can't.
So I don't understand. But like I said, all these different clubs and the restaurants and all that stuff is apparently it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's Houston. I love Houston. Don't get me wrong. I love Houston, but this new Houston, it's turning to Atlanta, and I don't like it.
Real. Now, I was in Atlanta for 10 to 12 years and had a blast. Now, this new Atlanta is different.
Yes.
But that was back. Gosh, what was that strip called?
On Peachtree?
Yeah. God, it was like a whole like group of clubs. I cannot think of the name of it right now, but it was like I was there when that was popping.
Yeah.
And so Atlanta was.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
But you think Houston is turning into Atlanta?
Yeah.
Really? Why
it
do you say
has.
that?
Because.
For one time, for Kappa Beach, my dad was supposed to rent us a car, and there were no other cars, so they had those big Crown Victorian ones. I was like, we rolling in this, y'all, and we were cool with it. So we literally went to Kappa Beach party in this white Crown Victorian huge car. But we could care less. Like,
y'all try to get the seawall. Y'all was in the Crown Vic.
No, we didn't care. We had transportation. We were good.
Oh, that's funny.
So, like, I saw kids, like, doing that this weekend, and I was like, I'm not mad at y'all. I cannot be mad at y'all, because we used to be that. We didn't have all these cameras out.
But I'm saying, right, that's right.
Oof.
But I'm saying, like, these sections and all this stuff, I'm like, that's money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where these kids getting this money from? Like you said, you was raised in Houston. I don't see how kids go to high school here, then go to college. Because it's like you experience everything in high school. Why go to college? You ever experienced it.
I guess it wasn't like that back then, I guess. I mean, we still went out. Like, we had parties, like, all that good stuff. But Houston was not the Houston it is now back then.
Yeah.
So it was like, Southern was a brand new experience for me. Even like the just independence alone was new. Because you didn't have nobody on your back trying to do all the things. So I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah. That's funny. But I don't know. So let me ask you about Southern again. I want to go back to Southern because I'm curious about this. So, did you stay on campus? You didn't stay on campus, did you?
Absolutely.
You did?
Yes.
Where you stayed?
I was in Boley, and then I was in Shade.
Oh, you stayed in Boley?
I did stay in Boley.
Wow. So you left Houston to go to Boley?
I did.
Oh, my goodness.
I was like, what in the world? Y'all dropping me off here?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, like the room was literally like I could put my hands up, and that would touch the wall, and then I put my feet out, and that would touch the closet.
Center
like
block.
that. Yeah.
Did you ever stay in contact with your roommate?
Brooklyn is my roommate all 4 years.
Brooklyn was your roommate?
Yeah, all
Shout out
4
to
years.
Brooklyn.
Yes, Brooklyn.
Yeah, I know Brooklyn, yeah.
We went to high school together and everything.
Yeah.
Church, all the things. Yeah.
Really? I'm going to tell you something off camera,
Okay.
which is so funny. Because I was talking to Brooklyn's best friend from Houston. And that's odd how the things go around.
So, yeah, all 4 years I had the same roommate.
Really? And y'all still talk?
Absolutely, all the time. That's like my front row.
You know, that's funny. But she's AKA, though, right? Yeah.
I don't know if you know Crystal, like all my really close friends, most of them
Green?
were AKAs.
That's right. Damn. That's funny. But it's funny how the first people you meet, become friends for life.
Yeah, so Crystal was in. So actually, Brooklyn's parents, I want to say, went to school with my parents, and they're from Alexandria. And then Crystal's mom and dad, I don't know if they went to Southern. I want to say they did. But then my mom knew her mom. So, like, there were all of these, like, connections from their school to us becoming, like, really best friends. Like, to this day. Absolutely.
Wow, that's unique.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Anika. Like, she's with my sister, Candace. Like, all of them have been from Southern and still talk. Yeah.
That's unique. But that's unique how the college experience does that. Like, people talk about the education side of it, but just that side of it, meeting somebody that is like y'all are familiar faces, but y'all just meeting in this realm.
And then we cultivating a friendship. I mean, but I feel like that a lot of times with Southern, especially on social media now, like I get so many people that like message me, like, I'm thinking about you, I'm praying for you. Yeah. Because we just went to Southern with each other. Like, it really is a forever bond that we all have with each other. Yeah. If you accept it. Yeah,
that's dope. That's what, like, most of my guys that are cool with, we have that bond. We cuss each other out. We back friends in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We talk noise to each other. That's amazing, man. That's a good thing about Southern. Shout out to Southern.
Go Jags.
Go Jags.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. I noticed that sometimes when you on air, you you are super transparent with your emotions, right? And that's hard to do because I heard somebody say on social media is one of those things where they show you their best.
Absolutely.
Real.
Yeah.
Right? That's their
It's
best.
true. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Nobody shows you the worst time. Nobody shows you like the mess up or the unedited version. Right? I want to talk to you because I think this is important that people show you who they really are. Right? If they expressing themselves and sometimes you're super transparent and vulnerable on camera. Why did you decide to do that sometimes? Is that just is something that you decide or you just say, you know what? I'm going to cry on camera because I just feel like crying.
Yeah. No, God, no. I'm a crier in general. Let's just
Okay.
say that. But like leading up, I feel like my dad transitioning forced me to become more vulnerable, especially because my income at that time was solely based off of me showing up on social media. So in so many ways, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be real, because I've always wanted to, like I said, it's always to help somebody.
Yeah.
And I feel like ultimately, especially as women, Black women, we don't have enough examples of what it really looks like on a day-to-day basis as a mom, at that time a wife, entrepreneur, now, fatherless. Like, so all of those things I feel are to help. I wish somebody would have shown me that when I was going through it. So that's what I'm choosing to be right now, is what I wanted to see when I was going through different things.
Yeah.
So it's not like I made a conscious decision in my head, like, oh, today I'm going to cry. I feel like I said, my dad transitioning kind of forced me into that. A lot of things I didn't talk about, especially when I was married, just because I felt like I had to keep that in our marriage, not outwardly saying it. So a lot of things I didn't discuss, but now it's like,
yeah, I think that's courageous to do that, because crying on camera, or just crying in general in public.
Yeah. Oh.
As a man.
Yeah.
I'm my cheese bone. I gotta hold it in until So I'm gonna tell you, I want to be vulnerable on camera. So I had a similar situation. My dad transitioned about 6 months ago. No, longer than that. No, it's been longer than that. About a year ago. I'm sorry. About a year ago. And you holding it in for the family, and me and my dad had a real good relationship. But when that casket opened, oh my goodness, I was like, where is wrong with like?
No.
Like the more I try to hold it in, the more like it was pouring. It's like I was like, where is this coming from? But I guess it was all bottled in. It was coming out. So that right there, when I experienced that, I was like, okay. I had time to think about it. I was like, so this is what it is when people feel that type of, like, I guess pain. Not even pain, but it's like
a sting. I call it a sting.
It's like
Yeah, I call it a sting.
And it's like an ever flowing emotion, right? And you can't control it. It's like, geez, what is this?
It's but it's all that bottled up. Like I feel like a lot of people need to see more men cry.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of times it's not shown. Like, y'all have to be so strong. But that's one of the things I loved about my daddy. He could cry. Me and him would cry in the drop of a hat. Like,
really?
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
No, hold up. Now, if a man cry too much, you gonna
no. Depending on what you're crying for.
Right.
But no, like, more men need to see, like, it's like being vulnerable in any space. I feel like every man should have a safe place where you feel like you can cry.
Yes.
I think it does take it a next step if you do it on camera. But I do feel like more people need to see that, to say it's okay. Because a lot of times you don't see that on social media.
That's important. That is important. As a man, and I experienced, I was like, and then I became more, actually, you know what's funny? I became more emotional and vulnerable in real life.
Yeah.
And I became like more like present when I seen somebody experience emotion. So, like, you're a woman, so it's a little different. So when you see somebody like born, a baby born, or somebody transitions, or something happens, and you see a person emotional about it, it's like you feel the emotion now. Yeah. Because you experience that. It's like now you like transcended to what this emotion is, and like you just hold on to it.
But it's different though when you lose a parent. Like that alone, like I empathize with a lot of people.
Yes.
But I had no idea.
Yeah.
What that felt like until I actually had the privilege. My best friend lost her dad 6 months before my dad transitioned. And I say the privilege because if you're ever given the opportunity to sit with somebody in their grief, that's an honor.
Yes.
Because you don't have to be that vulnerable with anyone.
100%.
So, like, seeing her go through that and, like, really sitting in her grief, not like I'll call and check on you, but, like, the calls, the screaming on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, all of that for me, and all that was God preparing me. Like, I can say that.
Yeah.
With confidence. Like, that was literally, like, preparing me for because, I mean, it was very unexpected when he passed, and it's still hard to this day.
Well, it's funny you said that. I was telling one of my good friends this. Both of her parents passed 6 months in between each other, and it was young. They were like young. When I say young, they was like 50 plus.
Yeah.
And she was like, I think she was like 27,
Oof.
right?
Yeah.
But she said, she was I know her through one of my homeboys that's my good friend, but now we are friends, me and her. But she was like, he doesn't understand the emotion that I feel. Or sometimes I just cry randomly or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, the grief. I was like, and I told her similar to what you kind of said. The grief never goes nowhere. Ever. It's always, some day you might be driving and you just
see something. Like, I mean, with me, I'm like, I'm like the worst.
But it's not a bad thing.
No.
It's a good thing because you start to think about the good times or this moment, or damn, I remember the park that we went to at whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't experience it, so they don't know how to feel that emotion.
Yeah.
And that's important, that emotion. And I'm not saying this to be soft.
What? Oh, no one even assumed that you were soft.
I'm just saying sometimes
this.
I gotta check myself.
You do not. It's okay to be soft. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. Like, y'all gotta stop that. Like, for real, because you're human.
Well,
we have emotions.
You know why we do this?
Why?
Because this is my opinion.
All right.
Some women throw it back in your face in the time that they need something, and you can't provide it.
That's your experience?
Yes, and this a lot of men's experience. For
Really?
instance, good example. Good example. For example,
All right.
one of my partners was transitioning with jobs. Always been a provider. Always been somebody that take care of his family financially. No issue. He was transitioning job, and he was down for probably about a year. Right. Of course, the woman had to take over, whatever, and them being married, kids and everything. He thinking, okay, everything cool. My lady gonna take care of this. I'm still grinding. I'm still doing my thing until I get my next job or whatever. So he's broke at this point.
Yeah.
He's broke. Right. He's depending solely on his wife. Long story short, he got on his feet. Well, it was getting on his feet, and she needed something from him, but he couldn't provide it. Right. Consistently. So I don't know if it was time. Space, sex, I don't know. It was something.
Yeah.
So she wound up telling the man, with your broke ass, that broke his spirit.
Oh, God.
Divorce.
Absolutely.
So now, I said, I wonder was she just holding that in the whole time. And waiting for the right time for it to come out.
Hard.
And that's why a lot of men, a lot of situations like that, a lot of men can't be vulnerable or they don't want to because of that.
Really?
That's trauma.
Major.
Yes, and that's just on the financial side. What if it's sex? The sex is horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you take it, though? Can you take it if she says,
No, you can't take it.
Well, then, sir, you got to do some work.
No, lie to me. What Nikki Giovanni said, lie to me.
No, heck no.
Because the thing is, look, now if it's honest and she said, look here, baby, look, you need some this.
Yeah.
Let's go to this.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
Versus saying, okay, whatever. Next thing you know, you messing with another guy, and he's like, why you doing this? Because you can't perform. And now you done, hurt his ego, hurt everything. Because you've been lying. Lie to me.
No, I ain't lying. I ain't lying.
Lie to me.
I ain't lying.
But no, it's just, but go back to that. I think that's why a lot of men don't want to be emotional because of the trauma that they experienced prior.
But then when do you make that decision that it's not about, it goes back to like, what do you really truly want? Like, and if you want to be vulnerable, like in order for any relationship, friendship, relationship, romantic, whatever, like you have to be vulnerable to a certain
100%.
degree. So I just say, like, even if it does bite you, like your friend getting called a broke ass, like ultimately, I hope it propelled him into that next level.
But no, you can. But still though, you don't think that's like shattering your because we live off of ego.
Absolutely.
We all have ego, but men ego is like that's what keeps us like sustained. Our ego. I'm the man. I'm the provider.
Well,
I got this.
Where does that land you?
Right, but that's all we got though. That's why we use it, because we'll have nothing else to stand on. We have no other legs.
You got it, but that's when your strength comes from God, source. Like
that's why we need a woman to say, "Baby, I got you," without throwing it back in our face.
I don't know if I agree with that. I'm like, it sounds great, but it's got to be outside of a woman pumping your head
True.
up. It has to be yourself pumping yourself
True,
up.
that is true. I get that 100%. I get that. Yeah, I get that. It just these conversations that I have all the time on this camera and off the camera with men, and with women. Men don't open up. They don't open up because they've been through a lot of stuff with y'all. And then if we try to tell some of you guys don't want to accept it.
Yeah.